You put out numbers that were affected negatively by the drop in global demand for cars, and yet you're sticking to your profit target. Your rivals have been cutting. What makes you so confident? What makes you so resilient compared to other car makers?
Yeah, good morning, Matt. Thanks for having us again. Yeah, we're very grateful for the first half. This is a strong foundation. You rightly referred to sales being down 4%, and we still have been able to grow operating profit before special items by 2%. The main reason is that our mix is improving and we have been successful with pricing. We know that we are forecasting into a potentially difficult second half, but this strong foundation gives us the comfort to stick to our guidance for the full year.
Are you concerned about the German economy? Yesterday we saw the manufacturing PMIs drop to the lowest level in 7 years. And of course, here in Berlin, they're just not letting go of any spending. The roads need work. The internet coverage isn't great. I mean, is the infrastructure partially to blame for what we're seeing happen here in this country?
No, I wouldn't go that far. Certainly, infrastructure needs to be revamped. That's probably true for many countries. Now, for us, the key issue is that we have great product momentum going for us. Our share on SUVs is growing from 25%, which it was by the end of last calendar year, to 35% by the end of this year. This is certainly improving and helpful for us, and I think we have important launches to come. The new Golf 8 is very exciting, right just after the holiday break. And obviously the ID family, the full electric vehicles, that is another big venue for us, and not taking away anything from the new stuff coming from Audi and Porsche. So overall, product momentum counts. We know that the overall environment is weakening. We are fully aware of that, and that's the reason why we have to work cautiously on our cost and pay attention to it. But nevertheless, nobody said it's going to be easy, but we stick to the guidance.
You know, I have been testing out the new Audi e-tron. The product is certainly impressive. You know, I'm a lifelong gearhead and avowed petrol head, and yet I'm really impressed by it. I do notice that the infrastructure just isn't there yet, Frank. I mean, Ionity has maybe 100 high-speed chargers in Europe, whereas Tesla's supercharger network totals about 450. Why don't you invest more in building out that infrastructure fast?
No, actually we do that. You referred rightly to Ionity. There was a big event with Chancellor Merkel and a lot of representatives from the industry. I think that was very encouraging. We all know that the infrastructure has to improve. We will do a lot at our own premises. We're working closely with retailers and other companies to improve the situation. So we are quite comfortable that there is a sufficient infrastructure, but still it certainly has to be significantly improved over time. I think the other important piece referred to the Audi e-tron, Porsche Taycan, but also the ID family to come shortly. That are products who are going to excite the customers. They have their own body language. The exterior is totally different. The interior experience, connectivity, these are great features who will make the inroads. And we are absolutely comfortable that this product will sell, and we have to get people into those cars because the driving experience is fun. I think pricing will be okay. We will be competitive to what people are used to. And infrastructure is obviously continuously to be worked on as a concerted effort.
Let's talk about the corporate structure for a minute. Following the successful IPO of Traton, what's the plan going forward? You know, Porsche, even at a conservative valuation, Porsche on a standalone basis would be worth more than the entire company. Are you prepping an IPO for the sports car unit?
I think you're very right that the Volkswagen stock is undervalued. We are fully aware and we are pushing hard. Our focus as a potential next step is we are assessing options for the power engineering businesses. This is what we announced. So we are looking for industrial solutions which hopefully allow us to look into it more closely. This is our plan and our current focus. And we are fully convinced with you that the Volkswagen stock should do better, but we are also part of an industry which is currently trading at low levels.
So a Porsche IPO in the future, can we expect that?
Not at the very moment, no, I wouldn't go that far. This is not a priority. We informed the market on what we are looking at, and we get so many helpful advice, so much helpful advice. This is currently not a subject for us.
Speaking of helpful advice, Frank, let me ask you about Ducati. You know, they won 15 of the first 25 World Superbike races with their brand new Panigale V4R. It's pretty amazing for a twin maker to do so well with such a different product. Are you going to keep this brand under the Volkswagen roof?
As I said, our current focus is on power engineering, and everything else is to be looked at down the road. Currently, I'm not firing up the speculation, so nothing to be added on Ducati at this very moment. But it's a great brand, and we are happy to have it in our portfolio.
Yes, I'm happy you have it in your portfolio as well. Let me finally ask you about China. You know, we've seen other German car makers raise their stakes in Chinese joint ventures to more than 50%. Are you ready to go into that market as it looks to be in decline and boost your holdings?
Strategically, obviously, more options seem to be open, but at this very moment, the priority is to be successful in an increasingly difficult market environment. The market is contracting. We expect an overall market for 2019 to be definitely below the numbers from 2018. So our focus is to improve our performance in the marketplace, and any strategic discussion is for the future. At this very moment, not an issue we are working on.